Hi there, Rajat here from StartupFrat. How are you doing today, guys? How are you doing today? How's the new week treating you? Are you guys excited about the upcoming 5-day workshop? Do you want in? Do you want in? Okay, let me just walk you through the basics. So we spoke about in the last 2 or 3 days, what are the things that are incorrectly founded mental barriers that are there in your brain. When it comes to financial independence, when it comes to financial abundance, money making and all of that, right? Or doing business, setting up your own startup, etc., etc. Okay, there are some unfounded fears that we have stripped down. There are some unfounded expenses and risk built into traditional business models that we have stripped down. And in fact, we are going to be going to market outside of the traditional ways of doing business, which is, find a funding party like my funding partner, and then get their money involved, build an office, build a factory, get employees, start shipping some products in the market. And then over a period of time, whether you do well, don't do well, etc., there's always that risk, right? Till you make back your money. And a lot of time what happens is the partners don't get along because the world is not turning out to be the rosy bed of, like a garden of roses that they had planned out. And then they say, hey, I want my money back, whatever, my partner screwed me, whatever. It's all the same situation, because those traditional models of business have been out of fashion for a long time. It's just taken us many, many years to figure that out. And we've been living in a rich and abundant economy, regardless of what hits we get from different recessions and all. India has been a rich and abundant economy where people have been willing to buy something or the other, and based on which the supply side economy, which is, hey, what do people want to buy? Let me try to supply that, right? Like today, people are buying nothing except sanitizers. So everybody's shutting down their shop and everybody's trying to get into the sanitizer business, because that is the psychology and mindset coming from old abundant times. Okay. Now, yesterday we spoke about demand generation, and today we are going to talk about what exact model are we going to take to market. So when I say stripped down model, what exactly is it? What exactly do you have to do? And what exactly are we going to be working on during our proposed 5-day challenge, which I'll talk to you about in just a second. Okay. So we have something called the lean startup. We have something called the lean startup. Okay, and the lean startup has 3 different stages. Stage 1 is called your message. Stage 2 is called your outreach. Okay, and stage 3 is called your business house. Okay, now what are these stages? Your message is what you can do to help a particular person solve a particular problem. Okay, the message is whom can you help solve a particular problem that they may be having right now. Okay, and then there are some perennial problems like health and wealth. Everybody wants to be healthy, everybody wants to live forever, everybody wants to be wealthy, and those are definitely big markets. But there's like 100 different small markets, where you can go and help people. Like, for example, building a skill like playing guitar or something is suddenly becoming a big market, because people are realizing that because the whole family has to stay at home and work from home, it's not uncommon to see a household where 4 people are working, mommy, daddy, and then their grown adult kids who are just starting to work, maybe 21, 22, 24 years old. And all 4 of them are working on their laptops from their home, right? Now, suddenly they need some time to decompress. And they realize, hey, let's all play a game together. Let's, play some musical instrument, have some that kind of entertainment in the house on Saturday evenings or Friday evenings, where you learn to play the guitar, I learn to sing, or whatever it is, right? Building these skills is suddenly becoming a new market, because not only people have the time, but people have an urgency, because everybody is stuck in the house, that the pressure goes up after a while. You need to reduce the pressure. So you need some, what do you call them? The right brain skills. The right brain skills to decompress, right? That market is suddenly becoming very, very big. Similarly, things like home gardening, do it yourself are becoming big because people are going to be spending more and more time inside the house. They want to be creative. They want to bring out their creative side. A lot of travel time that was being wasted, being stuck in traffic jams, going to work, coming back from work is saved. So there's a lot of these different markets. I'm going to be talking to you about 100 different sub niches, 100 different sub industries that are craving for your attention. Okay. Now what you're supposed to do is you need to craft your message, which is very, very concise, which says, if you have this problem, I can help you solve this problem. Okay, whose problem are you going to solve, and what solution are you going to provide, etc. That is your message. Okay, so the first is problem solving, whatever, right? Whose problem you're going to solve and how you're going to help them. The second thing is, the second part of your message focuses on you. Now it doesn't focus on your expertise and your I've won 10 awards. I worked in the Middle East in petrochemicals for 15 years. I'm a neurosurgeon who has his own hospital. That it's not about you like that. What it's about you is what you stand for. Okay? What you stand for. What you stand for. Okay, what you stand for. Is there a problem that you solved for yourself? Incidentally, is this the same problem that you earlier solved for yourself and you had some roadblocks and you were able to get across the roadblocks by improving your mindset, by using some, secret tools and techniques and things like that, right? So what do you stand for? And that today is the driver of business, whether it's corporates or whether it's individuals or small business owners, individual professionals like doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants, or whatever it is. That is a huge driver of business in today's market. Okay, what you stand for. Okay, and what you stand for, I'll just give you a quick example. Again, I have these different companies and entrepreneurs that I've been very, very influenced by. I'll give you the example of Amazon again. But Amazon is a $1 trillion company that's done so many different things that you can keep talking about it. So what they stand for is, they said that when a customer goes and buys something, there is always that fear. Okay, or the fear of not getting the right product, the fear of buying a product and not being able to utilize it properly, the fear of buying a product and then having the product turn out faulty and then spending and wasting your own time driving over to the mall again and then dealing with the salesperson to return the product and get your money back, right? So there's a lot of fear. There's that gap where a customer wants something, but at the same time they have a fear of getting it because there are these different issues involved, right? And what Amazon said was, I will remove this fear from the customer's mind. I will remove this fear from the customer's mind, and to a point where it is just impossible not to do business with me. It is impossible not to do business with me. Okay. So what they say is, what fear do you have? That you're going to waste your time going to a mall, driving your car, putting it in the parking lot, whatever, and then wasting your time to look for a product that may not be in stock. No problem. You can search our online directory without getting out of your house, and you can search for all kinds of products that may or may not be in stock, so you save your time. What is the second thing? The second thing is that you may buy a product and then find out that in a different season, 5 days later, they're running a discount, or maybe in a different store, it is cheaper or something like that. No problem. What I'll do is I'll bring all of the stores around the world, all of the manufacturers around the world under one roof, and you can compare all the pricing, relative delivery timelines, shipping charges, etc., and figure out which one you want. Okay, we figure out which one you want. What is the third fear? The third fear is, so the overcharging fear is gone. What is the third fear? What if the product malperforms? You can, even after you receive delivery of a product, you can return it, no questions asked. So there's that comfort and assurance built in. Okay, not only that, if we ship to you, if we say we're going to ship in 4 days, chances are we're going to ship inside of 4 days. So it's not that you're leaving on your vacation on day 5 and your product hasn't arrived. So basically you're stuck. You paid the money, the product is in transit, you're not at home to receive it, So if we say we are going to ship in 4 days, it's probably going to be inside of 4 days, never above 4 days. Okay. So that is the second level of comfort. What was the third level of comfort and assurance? They said, during this entire process, if any time you change your mind, you can cancel your order. If you've received the product, you can cancel your order again. We'll refund you the money and then somebody will come and pick up the product from your house. In fact, chances are we'll probably refund you the money first before our delivery boy is able to come and pick up the product from you. So the money goes back to you first. No questions asked. No questions asked. It is impossible. not to do business with Amazon, right? So that's what they stand for. They said, we believe that there is no reason for a customer to be afraid of anything if they do business with a trusted partner. Now, that trusted partner may have their own products. They may not have their own products. Amazon doesn't have their own products. Apple has their own products. Okay, but in any situation, you have a guarantee that when you do business with these companies, not only do you get value for money, you get value, you get valuable service, the relations are good, you have that sense of assurance. This is the best person to be doing business with under the planet, under the sky, right? So what do you stand for? Also has to be defined. Say, this is the reason I'm doing what I'm doing. I am a retired corporate professional, or I'm a medical professional, but this is what problem I want to solve for you, and this is what I stand for, because it's a passion for me that I'm going to solve this problem for X number of people, right? Because it's a calling, it's a mission. And this is something that you call turning your message into a movement. Okay? In marketing terms, you must have, if you buy a bunch of books on Amazon and all, you see a lot of the books, a lot of the Facebook ads, etc. They talk about this stuff. They say, turn your message into a movement. Well, what's your message? The message is the same thing you're offering to a potential customer, which is, hey, this is the problem I'm going to solve for you. Okay? This is the reason I want to solve this for you, because I stand for this. I want to help X number of people solve this problem for themselves. And when you are clearly establishing this, people are going to be drawn to you not because of a product, okay, but because of a deeper connect. So yesterday we spoke about how you can connect with people so strongly that they become customers for life. Limited amount of customers, but the people that you want to do business with, the feeling is great, partnership is solid. Not only are they wanting to consume your product, they want to share your product because they believe in your movement. They believe in your movement, okay? So just to give you a quick example, if Mahatma Gandhi had said, hey, we need to make our own salt because we need to make our own money, because money is going to be required to fund the independence movement. Well, maybe he must have had 100, maybe 1,000 followers. But he said, what I stand for, my friends, is that they cannot take the salt from our land and our sea and sell it back to us. We're going to start with the salt, and then we are going to go and stop buying anything from the British, right? So what he stood for, called tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people into the movement. Okay. So instead of a simple product and, this is what you're going to get, this is what we do, etc., he was like, this is what I stand for. I'm not going to buy anything from the British, okay? And I'm going to make my own salt. I'm going to try to make my own cloth. I'm going to try to make my own food. I'm not going to buy anything from the British. We're going to economically cripple them. We're going to economically cripple them because they don't belong on our land, right? Now that was a movement, okay? That was well articulated. And today Mahatma Gandhi is revered not only in India, in every single country around this world. You have a statue in front of the British Parliament, you have statues in front of big American buildings and all of that. All of these countries, they really, really respect him because he turned his message into a movement without one drop of blood shed or without any force applied, right? So that is how you turn your message into a movement. What is the second item? The second item is an outreach program. Once you have, this is, in this lean startup, what we say is this is 80% of the game. Okay, because why is this 80% of the game? Because it requires a shift in mindset, and shift in mindset is sometimes may take small amount of time, but it takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of mental effort to see these things differently, because we have been traditionally taught to think, okay, especially the people who are in a job, especially the people who are employed, corporate professionals, that when you go out and collect money, when you go out and ask for money, it is something to be ashamed about. Which is why most people say, hey, I'm an MBA, I will work for a company that asks for money from its customers. I'll work for a boss or a mentor or a CEO who is out there asking for money, but I won't ask money directly. I won't ask money from my customers directly, right? Although in a job, when you go in a job interview, you do ask for money and all that, but you do it once and then hopefully the job keeps you alive keeps you afloat for 5, 10 years, 20 years, whatever, right? There is that whole mindset that says when I have to go out ask for money, there's that mental block. You break through these mental blocks when you form your message and try to turn it into a movement, okay? Those mental blocks are to be broken, because when you go out into the market, it will be with a full confidence that you're the best person on the planet to be doing business with, okay? Now, what is the second thing? The second thing is the outreach program, which brings your message to the world, okay? In a concerted fashion, okay, in a laser focused fashion, not throwing it out on billboards and pamphlets and YouTube and none of that crap. Okay, this thing is going to go out in a concerted fashion to a limited set of people, that you control. limited set of people that you control, which means if you're a corporate professional, I get this question a lot. I get this question so much. If you're a corporate professional and you don't want your employer, your co-employees, other people you know to know that you're trying to build something for yourself, trying to stand up on your own two legs, you don't want them to know because they may have problems with it, then you have the control to who finds out what you're up to. Okay, total privacy and laser focused targeting. Total privacy and laser focused targeting. Okay, the message goes to the people that you intend to go out to, and it excludes the people that you intend should never see it, right? Now, this outreach program can be done by the phone, it can be done on WhatsApp, it can be done on Outlook, it can be done on Facebook, social media, whatever it is, right? So this is the different ways to skin a cat. Now, this outreach program goes out, and using the magnetic power of your message, it pulls a set of people who are interested in what you're saying, pulls a set of people who are interested in what you're saying like a magnet, okay, like a magnet. And when they get pulled to you, you bring them into something called your business house, which is a set of products and services or tools and techniques or mindset training or something like that, that helps them achieve the goal that they want, helps them achieve the goal that they want, okay? And the business house is also to be structured in a fashion where regardless of whether you make the product, manufacture the product, you don't manufacture the product, just white label somebody else's product because you deem it to be the best possible product to solve your customer's problem. Regardless, again, there are thousands of ways to skin a cat, but once you build a business house, the customer has to find a guaranteed solution to their problem regardless of which tool, technique, product they use. Okay, the thing doesn't have to be product focused, it has to be solution focused. Doesn't have to be product focused, it has to be solution focused. And when people roam around in your business house, which is your super mall, which has all kinds of solutions available to their problem, all kinds of solutions available to their problem that they can choose and get. Remember that these people have already expressed an interest in what you have to offer. They've expressed something called a need. They've expressed a need. Okay, the trust is built over here. The trust is built over here. They like you, they like your message, they like what you stand for. They express a need. During this outreach program, you get to talk to them. Okay, they express a need. You bring them to the business house. By which time, my friend, there is no selling to be done. There is no selling to be done. The customers walk around in your super mall and they find a host of solutions that can help them solve a problem. Almost all of them available at a fraction of what the next best person can provide them. Almost all of them available at a fraction of what the next best person can provide them. Okay, and we do this using a secret technique called productizing. Okay, now, not to get too much confused, there is two big differences. Okay, a lot of people say, I already have a business house, I already have my products and services, I already have a company. That is great. That could form all or part of your business house. You may need to expand. You may need to expand your thinking, and you may need to expand the number of options you have for the customer. But whatever we do with the business house is something we call hashtag not the game. It's called hashtag not the game. Most Indian entrepreneurs get stuck over here. They start building out this beautiful mansion and they say, okay, I don't want regular marble, I want Italian marble, I don't want regular paint, I want acrylic paint or whatever. And they get so tied up doing this that they forget where the real action is. The real action, my friend, is over here and over here. This is the real action. This is 80% of the game. This is 10 to 15% of the game. This is literally 5% of the game. In fact, even if you don't have a business house, you can literally bring the customers in and have somebody else promote their products and services to them and get paid at the back end. Okay, you can get paid at the front end too. You can get paid at the back end too, whatever. Okay, this is not important because this thing will put you back years and years and years and there will be no money. Okay, so we have something called the minimum viable product, which is we aggregate these things together from here and there. Maybe we build our own products as much as we possibly can in 90 days. And then this is the thing that we focus on, okay, which is your message and outreach. This is the thing we focus on. We call it, what do we call it? We call it hashtag the game. We call it hashtag the game. All of that stuff I told you about demand generation yesterday, all of that falls in here. Okay, less than 5% of entrepreneurs in India really have mastered this because they never needed to. It's a rich economy. People are spending money. You just have to put yourself in the right position and you will make money as well. Okay. So people have been focusing on this for the last 60, 70 years. The game is over here now. The game is changing. There's a glut. There's an oversupply of products, services, and salespeople and marketing people in the market. Okay. What you want to do is set yourself apart from all of them, which is this game. Okay. And then if you still want to develop your own products, put in 1 crore rupees, whatever, please do that. Please do that. I'm not saying don't do that. I have a lot of students who build their own companies and things like that. And I have too. I have a consulting practice. I have a real business on the ground, which is what I do when I'm not on Facebook with you guys. Okay. Definitely build your business house. But in order to hit your first 6 figures, that's not required. In order to hit your first 6 figures, it's not required to spend 10, 15, 20 lakhs in the market trying to build yourself a business house. Not required. Okay. But you can still do it if you want to. Okay. So this is the structure of the lean startup. Okay. Now we are going to go live with this challenge on Thursday or Friday. On Thursday or Friday, where you will be spending at least an hour with me on live. Okay. On a live call over 5 days where I'll help you build out this and this. Okay. Build out this and this. Okay. Now, if you have some business ideas and all that you want to promote, that's great. I'll help you out with this as well. I'll give you some ideas, but I'll build out this and this because this is the big thing. And then I'll maybe point you to some resources where you can find yourself some suppliers and, build out your business house. Maybe you have your own product. Maybe I'll give you some pointers on how to build your own product and things like that. Okay. But this is what we are going to be focusing on for 5 days. And the calls are going to be lasting for an hour each. So you and I are going to be in the same call room. And then you're going to have to do some homework. Okay, you're going to have to do some homework. I ask every day, man, did your homework or not? Did you open up the windows of your mind or not, etc., etc. I'm going to be asking you for your experiences, your learnings, etc. Okay, and this thing is going to be in a separate Facebook group. So you need to watch out for that announcement tomorrow or day after. You need to watch out for that announcement. Okay, and in order to watch out for the announcement, what do you have to do? You have to put in your comments so that Facebook keeps showing you the videos that are coming tomorrow and day after. Okay, so if this interests you, what were your learnings that were different from what you had assumed earlier? What were your learnings about business from this particular lesson that I just gave you that are different from what you had thought how business operates? Okay. In fact, throughout the last 3 days, if there's something that you've learned that is different, new, seems interesting, seems exciting, seems easier than, all that drudgery work, then I want you to put that in the comments column. Be some nice, give me some Facebook love, and I will be here again talking to you tomorrow. And then we will go live either Thursday or Friday. Let me think about that. Okay, I'm just preparing the curriculum. I'll either give you a chance to log into the special Facebook group for the 5-day workshop, either tomorrow or day after. So let me just set it up and I'll give it to you. Okay, till that time, just put in your comments. What did you learn? What were your learnings? What is it about this model that makes you excited? What would you like to achieve? Okay, now look out for your comments and personally respond to all of them like I always do. That's all from my side today. Bye-bye. See you.